Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Surviving Spelman. If you're new here, my name is Gabrielle Kazaya. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe so you don't miss out on any new videos. This is my series called Surviving Spelman. I'm currently a rising senior at Spelman College, and we've just been getting into all the nitty-gritty things to know about Spelman, your HBCU as an experience as a whole, and everything in between. So without further ado, let's get into today's episode. Today is all about mental health and personal growth. My tea is currently brewing, and I really hope that you all sit down and really take this episode all in. This specifically is not just for my first year students, but all of my students, because I think a lot of us understand and come to the realization of burnout or feeling like we're doing too much or not doing enough, and all those things happen constantly throughout college. So I really wanted to take one video to really just address all these things. And let's get into it. I'm not sure guys why my camera keeps refocusing, but I hope that you focus in and sit in with me today. First things first, which is consistently a hot topic, is imposter syndrome. This is something, and I'm sure you all know the definition of imposter syndrome. If not, I'll put it right here. But imposter syndrome truly takes over, I think, at Spelman more so because we're all highly achieving Black women coming from high schools, institutions, private schools, wherever the case may be, Jack and Jill chapters, where you were the top of the top. You were on e-boards, you were doing leadership, you had great grades, you did everything that you were supposed to do, and then you come to an institution like Spelman, and you're kind of in a new area, or a crux, if you will, of a bunch of people all trying to do similar things and performing well, understanding the material, leading in these orgs, but it's only so many orgs, it's only so many places that you can lead, partially because Spelman is a small school. At the end of the day, it's 3,000 of us. It's 150 RSOs. Everyone can't be the president. Everyone can't be the vice president. Everyone can't join the sorority at the same time. Everyone can't graduate. Well, actually, everyone can graduate with honors, but everyone can't do the same things, and that's completely normal and natural. The best way I truly thought about it when I came in is I'm only racing myself. I'm chasing my Spelman bucket list. If you guys haven't had a chance yet, head to get the link to my ebook called Surviving Spelman down below. It has a whole workbook in the back about creating your bucket list for your school. If you don't go to Spelman, you can also apply it to your institution. And it's just about really mapping out and achieving your goals. But if I'm only in a race with my own goals, there's no reason, nothing stopping or preventing me from getting those things, because I'm only against myself. So imposter syndrome only comes up if I'm comparing a new version to a past version of me. And that's what you really have to remind yourself of, that like you are in the race on your own. You get the degree, you get the accomplishments, you get the proceeds, you get everything from your college experience. So it's no use in stressing or thinking like, she's this, she has this hair, maybe I should do this more. And since that may not be what you desire, that really goes into learning yourself. I think I've learned myself so many times throughout college. I've become probably 20 different versions of myself, and all those were related to goals that I had, to dreams that I wanted to accomplish, to who I decided that I wanted to become as a woman. And your most important part of your Spelman experience, and also your collegiate experience, your young adult experience, is to really just figure out, who do you want to be as a young woman? Who do you want to be as your name? Like, sis, who do you want to be? And once I figured out that I was already an advocate, I was already a leader, I was someone who was very people driven, all of those things allowed me to not only hone in on those skills, understand what avenues I could do to improve on them, and also see where is that going to take me in life. So for example, I love giving advice. I love sharing with others what I've learned, because I don't really believe in like you have to learn for yourself to get somewhere. Like, no, if I have some tips and advice, I'm going to provide them to you. And that's why I created this channel, to share with you guys the things that I learned. And we're going to do some new series called Ask Me Anything. It'll basically be time for you guys to ask me any questions that you have. Some of them I probably wouldn't really answer on a typical day, but this will allow you to get into the nuances of my experience. But from this, you guys can learn from something. And that is literally the entire goal, guys. Just for you all to take something away at the end of this experience, at the end of this video, so to add to your experience. So next, I really want to talk about staying true to yourself. Once you learn yourself, who you are, and even if you're learning along the way about who you are, Staying true to yourself is really probably the most important thing, and that looks like setting boundaries. So if you know you don't want to eat this, if you know you don't want to go this place, if you know you don't feel comfortable around this person, don't succumb yourself to that experience just because your friends are there or so and so is here, this person is doing that. Just stay in your own lane. It'll help you out in the long run. Next, I want to talk about managing your ambition. This is really important, especially at a school like Spelman, at any HBCU, because you're not only in performing well at your school, you're performing well maybe in your region, and then you're also on a global landscape. So some people choose to do pageants, some people choose to do just a variety of things that is them competing or showing or proving themselves worthy. And I think it's so important that in any election campaign, pageant, even running for an internship, that you all remember that, one, manage your expectations. Understand how you will feel if you lose, if you win, if you don't do it, and what the takeaway from that will be. And allow that takeaway to guide your path forward. Say you don't win an election, say you don't win a race. You understand, you learn from it, you got better because of it, you learned this about yourself. Now go expand upon that. Don't allow a loss or even a win at times. Like if you made it on, if you got to be president, if you got to be on the e-board, if you got to do this, to change your mindset and who you are as a person, and also those guiding factors that allowed you to get there. If you know that you started doing this so you could improve your communication skills or build a sisterhood or gather knowledge to prepare for your career, don't lose sight of those things when you're in the mix and doing all those things, because that is how you stray away from who you want to become, and honestly just maintaining peace throughout it. A big thing that I really wish more people did, and I really urge you all to, is use the counseling center, use the free services that your school provides, specifically the Spelman provides as a counseling center. Go seek therapy. You do not have to be mentally unwell, depressed, suicidal, any of those things to go see a therapist. You could simply be like, hey, I don't think I'm managing well the stress or the thought of my next semester. I don't think I'm managing well all my classes and my friends. I don't think I'm managing well the boy that I'm talking to at Morehouse, with my friends who are getting in drama and still staying on my track for my goals at Spelman. Go seek help. Your friends, your parents are not always going to be the best guidance. Sometimes you need someone to intervene. So take this as your daily tip to go get a therapist. Now, in terms of personal growth, I am the biggest advocate for self-care. Self-care is the best self-help, besides anything else. Like, I want you all to remember that self-care is not just hygiene, it's not just mental health, it's not just personal health. It is also like knowing when to say no. It is knowing when to advocate for yourself. It is knowing how to support yourself the best way possible. So because of that, I am going to get into a little bit of self-care. I personally know my whole freshman year, and probably still to this day now, I always take a day out of the week for my self-care in college. It's what's kept me sane. On the weeks that I don't get my day out of the week, I notice the next week that I'm feeling like I'm burnt out or I don't have enough time. And this can look like an hour of me watching TV at the end of the night, me binging 3 shows one day, me getting out the shower, lotioning, not putting my friends or anyone first if they wanted to do an outing, like literally just putting my phone on D&D and doing whatever feels right for me at that moment. That might feel like shopping, that might feel like my nails and toes done one day. Whatever that case may be, you need to pour into your time with self-care. Now, I understand that can look different in the dorm room. I used to clean the whole shower, do a full body care routine, shaving, everything, get back in my bed, turn my LED lights on, and just chill. And that was so rejuvenating for me, because it's a lot going on, guys. And a nap a day is not the self-care that you need. That's just simply getting your rest. And that is just as equally as important. But I will say you really need to tune into that. And sometimes it can be hard because you might not like the hygiene of others around you, or you may feel like the space is dirty, but just find your little nuanced way to get what you need, and that'll be so important. Next, I want to talk about hygiene in shared spaces, because you just need to be hygienic, guys. Never go out or contribute to the dirt, the filth, the grime of shared bathrooms on campus. I really think that is like just not it. But also in those spaces, practice care for others. I think a lot of times what contributes to your mental health and your mental well-being is asking someone, are you okay? Like, how's your day going? Have you tried this new thing? I tried this, it may work for you. Really pour into the others that you love around you after you have poured into yourself, and that will help your mental health because you're surrounded by people who love and care about you and are willing to do the same. So those are some of my tips about mental health and personal development. I really think some of my best tips were at the beginning of this video, but at the end, if you got nothing, make sure you know that self-care is the best care, and you need to be pouring self-care into you on a weekly or daily basis, especially while you're in school. That doesn't mean forgetting to take your vitamins, your supplements, going to the gym, working out, having your mental health experiences, journaling, exercising, and everything in between, but make sure you're taking care of you. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video of the Surviving Spelman series. Let me know if there's a topic that I haven't covered yet that you're looking for down below, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye.